What is cracking, mi raza? What's poppin', YouTube? How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Thank you guys for commenting and interacting with me on my last, I think the Mitchell and Ness Swingman versus Authentic video got most of the comments and questions basically. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tapping in, asking serious questions that hopefully help you guys move forward with your purchases. And hopefully I was able to respond to everybody. I was out of the country for a little bit, taking care of family, visiting family. I had family that live out of the country. And then also when I got back, I have been so busy here with my family at my own home, taking care of them and doing the family man thing, that I just haven't had time in like a month to actually upload and get back to everybody. So I did try to respond to everybody this week. Hopefully that got out to you guys. Salute to everybody tapping in. Thank you. Gracias a todos. Thank you, everybody. Today I'm going to touch base on a subject I think y'all really needed to get more info on, and that subject is a Nike Swingman NBA jersey. I feel like that right now the Nike Swingmans and the Mitchell and Ness Swingmans, and then maybe Authentics, a top tier, you know, collector maybe goes into that. I feel like right now the Nike Swingmans and then the Mitchell and Ness Swingmans are the two most debated jerseys on what people are buying and need help purchasing one or the other. So I wanted to show you guys the Nike Swingmans that I own. This is a Sacramento Kings Chris Webber, and then I also have a Shaq retro Los Angeles Lakers jersey. That was a brain fart. So, ooh, he hit the flow. These are vintage. These are probably from like 03-ish, 2002. And these are the Nike Swingmans that came out then. And these are not the new Nike Swingmans. Like if you went to go buy a LeBron Los Angeles Lakers Nike Swingman, it's probably way different than these. But I did want to show you the two Nike Swingmans that I own, because I do not own any other new Nike products as far as their jerseys go. I don't own the Nike Swingman NBA jerseys. I do not own any Nike MLB jerseys, although I'm debating to buy one from the MLB shop and peeping it in real life and then seeing what it looks like. But the NBA Nike Swingmans I won't buy. I've just seen too many horror stories with them. Like parents have bought them for their kids when LeBron went to the Lakers and they just fell apart on court. Like the twill, like applique was falling off, or there was rips in it after usage. And then, you know, obviously on court, I forget what player had their jersey come apart on court about 2 years ago, but that did happen too. So I won't buy a Nike Swingman NBA jersey. I'd rather just go with Mitchell and Ness or a vintage piece. But I do have two Nike Swingmans from like 2002 era. Sacramento Kings Chris Webber. And then of course Shaq. What do they call him? Shaq Diesel. So this is the fire colorway. This LA script with the baby blue hits, and that royal blue is fire. And even this old school Kings with Sacramento across the chest is fire. And then the little crown in silver embroidered on the back is fire. But I want to give you guys a little in-depth look at these two Swingmans. These are Nike products. Again, they are vintage, so I'm sorry this won't help you buy a new Nike Swingman. But you know my opinion, and it's just my opinion. I have not bought one. I don't own one. But from what I've seen circulating online and on the streets, I won't buy a Nike Swingman NBA, a current one, a new one. So that is what it is. Hopefully this helps you guys. Maybe it won't if you're considering a new Nike Swingman. I honestly would just go with Mitchell and Ness if I were you guys. Now, if it were a Nike Authentic, though, like I know they released some Jordan Authentics about 3 or 4 years ago. Nike did. Nike Authentic Jordan pieces, and they had like special packages come out. It came with a box, a t-shirt, I think. I can't remember exactly, but it was a Nike Jordan Authentic, and those look pretty fire. I think if you're paying $300, $350 for one of those Nike Authentics, you're gonna get some quality Nike like athletic wear seems to be quality, but you've got to pay the price. So their Swingmans are what, 125 maybe, 110, something like that. You're not getting quality, and you're still paying over $100. So that is my assumption. That is not based off fact. But I remember seeing those Jordan releases, the Nike Authentic Jordan releases, and they did look like quality. And they came with extras, so you're paying $350 for, you know, that whole package or whatnot. But that looks fire. I want to go ahead and show you guys an in-depth look at these though, and give you guys a quality overview, what kind of materials they used back then, which is probably comparable to what they're using today, just a different source. You know what I mean? They're sourcing maybe from Korea, China, Vietnam, and from this factory rather than the factory they used back in 2002. Does that make sense? But probably very similar cut, probably very similar, I don't know, you know, plans, very similar formula to making their Swingman.
By the way, you guys,
let's go ahead and take a
let me know what other jerseys would you guys like to see. I'm going to give you all a sneak peek at what I got going on. So, let me know what y'all want to see. This is my collection there, and I'll go over some more of these as I make more videos. Do you guys want to see NHL jerseys, retros, new ones made by Adidas? Do you guys want to see retro MLB jerseys, Russell, Rawlings? Do you guys want to see a new Majestic MLB jersey? I'll probably do some MLB jerseys next, because those are fire. Honestly, out of all of my jerseys, the MLB retros, the old school ones, the vintage MLBs are the best quality made jerseys I own. So this is Nike. Here's the vintage tag, made in Korea, medium. For some reason, these ran big. So if I went with my normal size large on these, I was like swimming in this thing. And back in the day, you know, I used to buy extra large, rock it with a jacket, put the extra large on, long tee underneath it, boom, hit the streets. You know, that thing was down to my knees, homie. But currently, you know, that tight fit look is what I try to rock most of the time. I do wear baggy stuff every once in a while, but not like that. So this is an applique, very soft applique. It has one skinny layer of stitching on all of the embroidery. Applique here for the numbers as well. You do have an embroidered Nike, embroidered NBA logo here, which is dope. Here you do have the vintage length +2. Go ahead and focus, please. Team Nike, that's that vintage Team Nike patch. This is the jock tag, size medium, you guys. Quality is very light. This is a light polyester knit jersey. Very lightweight, very breathable. I love this for summertime, like when I'm vacationing in Mexico or, you know, out at the hotel or something. O'Neal on the back, same applique, very light. Good jersey. You know, I might have paid like 80 bucks for this or something. Here you have the care instructions, which has that vintage wear on it, baby. It's like an old fine wine. Moving on to the Sacramento Kings Chris Webber. You have the same tag, a little bit better condition, medium. This one's made in Honduras. Go figure, right? They make some decent stuff. When they had those contracts, there's the RN number, Nike. You have your embroidered Nike logo there. You have your NBA. Is it Jerry West right there? Sacramento. 4. Same type of applique. Very light patch. Not really a patch, more of like a piece of cloth that is stitched onto these jerseys, you guys. It's really not a patch. You know, it's not a varsity patch, not like a patch you'd get on the MLB jerseys, which I will go into in a later video. There's your single layer of stitching, very thin stitching. You don't need much for that type of material that they're stitching on. Your jock tag, size medium, length +2. That was supposed to be to the on-court specs. I think that's why they did length +2. There's your Webber back. Polyester is very light, very breathable, you guys. And they make it look like it's double stitched, but it's not. It's just a print. Weber, stitched. I actually like this material. This is a little bit better than the rest. This is the best part of this jersey, is this silver chrome crown for the Sacramento Kings. This is very well made. This little patch. There's the inside stitching on that. So, those are the Nike Swingmans. Now, these are vintage. So, these are not the new Nike Swingmans. But go ahead and just take that in. Maybe the new ones use the same plans, the same mock-up plans, and similar materials. I know the new ones do have like a more thin patch or a thin applique like these do. And then the Authentics probably have a thicker patch for Nikes. But that's what it is, man. If you're in the market, these are decent jerseys. These are the Nike replica Swingmans. They did make vintage Nike Authentics. You can find those on eBay. And be careful on eBay. There's a lot of fake Nike on there. You guys need this made in, I think, El Salvador, Honduras, and made in Korea, were all of these guys. And you got to have that on the back. You got to have the RN and these codes, okay? And then you also need one of these if you're on eBay and you do not see this. Ask the seller for this. The care instructions on the inside. So anyways, these are decent jerseys. These are the cheaper ones, the Nike Swingmans. They're my beater jerseys, to be honest with you. I work out in these, sweat in them, take them to the hotels, all that good stuff. So that is what it is. Boom. You got one of the biggest rivalries ever. 2001 Sacramento Kings and Los Angeles Lakers. Yarramin.